Um, my goals. Have I worked more diligently? I'm gonna say yes and no on that, just because on the one hand, I took on a hell of a lot more work than I ever have in any semester while being in the program. But the actual work that I did I adhere to it with a greater intensity than I did before? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It depended on the difficulty of the task. But I would say any amount of overdoing it or working extra hard versus not working kind of canceled each other out. I was definitely more forthcoming about my how I was feeling and what was going on with me, although that was also kind of a problem sometimes. Being more physically expressive. I don't know, because up until this past weekend, I would have said that I didn't really do much with that at all, or that didn't really. I mean, of course, I have Lindsay's class, but on the other hand, I would have said that that didn't really move the way it probably should have. But at the same time, after doing our final shows, I found myself not holding myself back from making the choice to move like I normally would. Definitely still have a ways to go, especially as far as my hands go. I still don't like gestures, but I'm trying to do more of them without them, because I'm a pointer. I point a lot, and I don't know what that's about, but I don't know. It's something about being in more of a realized setting that gives me justification to move and not to overthink it and think that this is going to look like I'm moving just for the sake of moving. Was I better prepared? Sometimes I've been better prepared. Yeah, I think overall I was better prepared on some things. Not so much with musical theater stuff this past week, but I also had other things to focus on. Improving projection. I I don't think that improved, honestly, because I don't know. My internal work is just so strong that it takes over everything, and I don't remember that people can't necessarily hear me all the time. But if I focus on it really hard, it's there then. But I don't know. I'm not even in real life, in general things, just a really great multitasker. So maybe that's it. But it seems like if I don't actively think about projection, then I'm not going to project the way that I should. Or I'll do projection, and then as soon as I have to think about something else, it's going to be like, oh, wait a minute. All right, I need to do this. No more projection. So that's where I am. It just hit me like an hour or two ago that I only have a few assignments left before graduation. Something happened with the show today too, because I was in a weird space after the show. Not immediately after, because I was in cleanup mode, but then I started like kind of, I don't know, sad, melancholy. Not sad, melancholy, which obviously are synonyms, but I felt like I had lost something that meant something to me. Not I didn't actually lose anything, but that's what I was feeling like, and I was really just wanting to be kinder to myself. But eventually, I snapped out of that. But I was definitely in a weird, like, not quite emotional state, but like a raw state, and I didn't want to be like handled or have any like terse conversations. I don't know what that was about. Thank you for listening.